Okay, substitution and simplify. First, we have a negative 3y cubed minus w cubed. And we see that y, we're going to substitute negative 2, and for w, we're going to substitute negative 3. So let's make those substitutions. So we use parentheses for substitutions. And for this y, again, that's negative 2. And for the w, we'll make that negative 3. Now we're going to do expansion here. So we have negative 3, and we're going to have 3 of the negative 2's here. And then we're going to have 3 of the negative 3's. So negative 2 here, negative 2 here, negative 2 here, negative 3 there, negative 3 there, negative 3 there. All right, so all this will be multiplied, and then all of that will be multiplied. Okay, over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives. So 4 negatives when multiplied will be positive. And we have this will be 6, and this will be 4, and 6 times 4 will be 24. Okay, over here. Don't forget to count that first negative. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives. That's going to be a positive. And then we have 3 times 3, which is 9 times 3 again. That's 27. So it'll be a 27. Same signs add, so we're going to get a 51. And bigger sign wins, that's positive 51. Okay, next. Next we have a negative 2z squared minus 3w cubed. Okay, so for the z, we're going to replace that with a, let's raise that a little bit. For the z, we're going to replace that with a, I don't know if you can see that again. Z is going to be a 3, and the w is going to be a negative 3. Okay, so let's start that process. Negative 2, parentheses squared, minus 3, parentheses cubed. And again, the z will be a 3. And the w will be a negative 3. All right, now expand this. So it's negative 2. We have 2 of the 3's. That'll be a negative 3. And we're going to have 3 of the negative 3's. So 3 here, negative 3 there, negative 3 there, and negative 3 there. Okay, now let's start the multiplication process. All right, we're multiplying by 1 negative, so that answer will be negative. And 6 times 3 will be 18, so that'll be 18. On this side here, we have 4 negatives, so that's going to be positive. And here, that'll be 9 times 9, and that'll be 81. Okay? All right, so different signs are going to subtract, and so I'm going to get a 60, I think, 63, I believe. And the bigger sign wins, so that'll be a positive 63. Okay. Next. All right, just identify, we have a y, x, and z, so we'll be substituting negative 2, 2, and a 3. All right, so let's raise that up a little bit. So we have a negative y squared minus 3x squared minus 2z squared. Okay, so we're going to substitute the variables for parentheses. Squared here, minus 2, well, parentheses, sorry about that, and squared. Okay, for the y, we're going to put in a negative 2. For the x, we're going to put in a 2. And for the z, we're going to put in a 3. Okay, so let's expand all that. So negative, and then 2 parentheses, negative 3, 2 parentheses, and then a negative 2 with 2 parentheses. Okay, we're going to put a negative 2 here and here, a 2 here, a 2 here, and then a 3 here and a 3 there. All right, start with these right here. Those are 3 negatives. 3 negatives will give us negative, and a 2 times 2 will give us 4. Here, this is 1 negative, so that'll be negative. And we get a 6 times 2, which is 12. And here, we have 1 negative, that'll be negative. And this will be 6. Oh, sorry. Well, actually 9 times 2, which is 18. All right. These are all same signs, so I can add these. So this will be a 34 when I add these, I believe. And the bigger sign wins, so negative 34.